Game between the Dallas Cowboys at the Los Angeles Rams. Rams coming in off the bye, Cowboys coming in off the win over the Seahawks. Who would control the line of scrimmage? He got that answered pretty quickly.
Yes.
Hello.
Todd Gurley, he was fighting off the injury the last couple weeks of the regular season, back in action, back in the end zone. 35 yards on that score. Rams had a 20-7 lead going into the half. Zeke did get into the end zone there on a 1-yard touchdown plunge. Cowboys trimmed it to an 8-point game after a 2-point conversion. But late fourth quarter and 4th and goal, Sean McVay says get in there and go for it. Could have kicked the field goal, made it a 2-possession game. He wants it a 2-touchdown game. Ended up winning by 8. Now, if I told you there were going to be 200-yard backs in this game, you would have said, okay, fine, Zeke and Gurley went off. You know who outrushed both of those guys? C.J. Anderson. What an acquisition in the last month or so. He goes for $123. Gurley goes for $115. Zeke quiet on the day. Here are the winners.
Defense does a great job of stopping the offense and putting us in great field position. And like I said, it starts with control the line of scrimmage. Obviously, we want to have that balance between running pass and, whatever working for us. Some games JG is going to light it up. Some games, the run game is going to be there. And then some games it's going to be both. So, just trying to find that balance.
When you think about what our team is, we always talk about attack and success, never fear and failure. And I think that really just personifies kind of our team mindset and mentality. We wanted to come out here and play fearless tonight. We felt good about the opportunity to be able to try to punch that in from where we were at. CJ did a great job leveling that thing off. And, the players delivered.
McVay coaching tree is just going to grow. He keeps winning like this. The game that kicked off divisional weekend, little snow game at Arrowhead.
No problem.
The red-hot Colts against the bye-week Tyreek Hill-led Kansas City Chiefs. And someone want to tackle him?
It's like my son's flag football game.
Just kind of running,
catch
guys.
the fastest guy.
The safety, number 35, that's what he was doing, just running next to him, looking at him.
6-yard touchdown there. Then Mahomes can do it with the wheels.
All right.
He dives into the corner for the short touchdown. Mahomes had 278 yards passing and that rushing TD. Chiefs handle the Colts really from start to finish. It was all Kansas City. They will now host the AFC Championship game. We came into this game with the Colts and the Chiefs saying it was a matchup of two quarterbacks that combined for 89 touchdown passes during the regular season. Mahomes comes out the victor here. Andrew Luck and the guys going to go into the offseason trying to get home field for them next season. Here are the winning quarterback and coach at KC.
It was a great win. I mean, the defense stepped up big, played great all game long. Offense, we started fast, had a kind of a dry spell, but we finished it off in the end. So it's a great team win. We get the opportunity to play here again next week, so we're excited for that opportunity.
It was a great all-around effort. I thought our defense stepped up and just did a heck of a job against what I think is a good offense, a great quarterback. So all the way around, everybody contributed. It's important this time of the year that you do that, and when you bring that and the fans into Arrowhead, it's tough.
Let's dig in with a little film study right now on the Chiefs and Rams wins, respectively. DC and Willie here with us. David, Patrick Mahomes, yeah, he might win the MVP in the regular season. This was his first playoff game.
Yeah.
And he showed us more spectacular stuff.
It could have been a lot of pressure on a kid, right? First playoff game, what do you expect? Andy Reid did a great job of dialing up some winners. RPO was huge, right? They did a great job knowing the Colts were going to line up in some zone defense and just play it straight up. So you have the slant down here at the bottom, but there's run action that grabs the inside linebacker, and then the tight end to the flat grabs the outside safety, and you have a nice window to throw there. And they did this more than one time. They ran this play several times. Here's the exact same play. RPO, linebacker steps up. They have to bring that extra guy down in the box. So that extra guy now is coming down for the safety or for the tight end who's out of the picture. Another nice throw. But the greatness of what Pat Mahomes did is this. When it's all covered up and X's and O's don't work, you get in a situation every quarterback I've ever known runs. I ran. He's not open. He's behind the. I mean, how do you do this?
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Pretty much underhand.
I mean, and it's
around his guard. Yeah, that's what kind of blows your mind.
Nice spiral.
It was a perfect spiral. It's like, okay, we got the X's and O's figured out. We got him covered up. And then he does stuff like that, which is, it's so much fun to watch.
And we learned he can play in the elements as well. That was a cold weather game. apparently a week from now, they're saying the temperature could be about 10 degrees for the AFC Championship.
Not a problem.
Yeah, it's fine.
Willie, you are up with the Los Angeles Rams, who heard for 2 straight weeks that
Just 2?
the defense.
How about the last month of the season?
You're right. You heard their run defense was not stout enough, and with Dak and Zeke coming into town, it was going to be trouble. It was anything but.
Well, Zeke's leading the league in rushing, and I felt disrespected. I don't even play for the Rams. I felt disrespected, so I called out a challenge to Wade Phillips to say, listen, it's not because you have bad players, it's because they're playing bad technique. So when you watch what happened in this football game, you'll see great technique. Here's Aaron Donald. He's lined up in the 5 technique outside. This is a 2 gap. He's going to extend, get separation, and then he's going to come off the ball and make the tackle. This is great technique. You got to have great technique. They're not running up the field anymore. Okay, take a look at Sue. He's one of the aggressive guys that just runs up the field. Nope. He's going to one-hand push the center Looney back into the backfield. They're going to set the edge out here with Ubukam, and guess what? You got nowhere to go. Okay, so you want to go power, running game, 4th down, look inside. This is a 2 gap. He's taking on 2 guys, creating a pile, and watch the swarm of Rams get to the football. This is championship winning games. This is how you win games. You control the trenches, and you play great technique.
Up next, Mark Ingram, Alvin Kamara.
Gonna have to do it again.
Another chance to do it. And, I mean, look, Zeke was averaging about 100 rushing yards a game, had 47 in this game. The whole rest of the Cowboys team had 3 yards against the Rams.
Rams looking ahead to New Orleans, Cowboys looking ahead to 2019. A great end-of-year run for them, but it ended on Saturday in Los Angeles in a game that didn't go at all the way that they thought it would. So what now? Jane Slater has the latest from Frisco.
Cowboys head coach Jason Garrett started out the morning on 105.3 The Fan, saying he didn't expect any significant changes to this coaching staff. Later in the day, however, at his final presser of the season, he did clarify that a bit by saying that they haven't had any discussions about the staff just yet. When I pressed him on his OC, Scott Linehan, he showed his support and said that Prescott has flourished with him as his coach. He also pointed out some of the offensive gains that they made following the acquisition of Amari Cooper. But when I reached out some of the players, they weren't exactly sold on this idea of Linehan coming back. They agreed that Prescott has done well with Linehan as his coach, but said they questioned whether there was enough creativity on offense. Now, I reached out to Scott Linehan myself. He didn't return my call. He also declined inquiries from other reporters post-game on Saturday.
There is an age-old assumption that pressuring a quarterback is the key to stopping a quarterback.